Today, this is a discussion. You can ask me anything. This is about driver's education. I'm going to go ahead and welcome you in. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults. I teach kids. This is the journey in the evening. We're going to be driving on the road. I want to welcome you in. Whenever you're getting ready to back up, you want to make sure your mirrors are adjusted. We want to frame the rear window in the mirror. We want to look straight ahead and get your passenger side and driver's side mirror. For the driver's side, you want to look straight ahead and have it out. You want to see a little bit of the door handle. Hey, Jackson, how you doing? Nice to see you. What's going on? And then you want to lean over to the right and get that mirror adjusted. I want to welcome you in and thank you for taking the time to come and support. I really appreciate you, Jackson. I do have some Clasds for you. We'll reach out on Instagram and I will mail those down to you. We'll talk on the Instagram because I know you follow me there. So I'm trying to drive safe. We're in the parking lot. There's been a lot of things going on today, a lot of kids, a lot of issues, a lot of drama, Obama. But sometimes in life, things get really busy. So we're going to take you on a journey, ask questions. I had a good day. Yesterday, I had a chance to meet with the Velocity Group. They are corporate donors and sponsors who want to invest in your company, your nonprofit, your LLC. I've had an LLC about 5 years. I use it for mainly tax deductions. And now I want to turn that vision into growth to help adults and teens learn how to drive. The LLC can do the same thing, such as this big church. I could partner with them, help with social emotional, teach people how to drive, take them to the road test. So that's something I really want to do. Isn't that a beautiful church to the left there? Okay, I got to come up and check traffic. And then I rolled it. Let me stop. I'm tripping, right? You know how it is when you get out of work, you're tired, you're irritable. I'm human just like you guys. So I signed up for a couple of more sessions in December. And then in January 2026, I'm making the full commitment to meeting once a week, and they will take you through, driving right. Yes, as you watch, 100%. Thank you, Dylan. Right, let me go over the speed bump. I do want to drive right. I want to model good behavior. I'm human just like you. We all make mistakes, but I can't afford to make a huge mistake because I'll lose my driver's education endorsement. So it's serious. I don't want to play out here. You know, these situations like here, this intersection, most drivers are not blocking for us. Most people will let us in. I'm always polite. I make eye contact. I look at people and I'm like, are you going to let me in? Okay. This lady waited. I got right out. That's how it's supposed to go, right? I'm going to wave, and then now we're going to get into this traffic. Gradually pick up, gradually accelerate. And this is a short ramp. This is the I-94 expressway. These ramps are really old. So what does this mean? You got to get up to speed immediately or you will get cut off. Okay, I came out about 60. That was a pretty decent merge. And then when you're driving, you want to think of safety, being consistent. I try not to let emotions make me crazy. If you're really angry, upset, emotional, you shouldn't be driving. One boss came in to evaluate me, did real good. I'm hearing someone else is going to come in. Driving, thank you. Yes, a driving IQ is needed. Learning, one of the IQ things are the pavement markings. The white line to the right, that's the edge line. If you break down, you want to pull over to the right. The left line all the way to the left, that's the warning. We are traveling all in the same direction. There's guide signs, they're green and white. It is definitely a driving IQ. And I think every 2 or 4 years, everyone needs to take a knowledge test, go through a thorough medical examination for driving. Every 2 years, me as an instructor, all of us instructors, I can only speak for where I'm an instructor. We have to go through a background check, physical, blood pressure, all of those things to make sure we're safe. And I agree with that. We're kind of cruising right now. There's a big box truck in front of us. I'm gonna make a lane change. Then you see me pep up on that gas, right? Now I'm in the left lane. My adaptive lane control light keeps popping on. I guess I'm not in the lane, or the lens or laser is dirty. It shouldn't be on. I like it cool in the car, so I have the air conditioning on. My wife and daughter, they like it like 1,000 degrees. No way. I'm off the gas right now. We see all these brake lights. Oh, you saw that Ford F-150 almost ruined someone. Yes, driving the highway right now. And I think you look for indicators of danger. Car slamming brakes, people tailgating, people going excessively fast or excessively slow. Like this Dodge Dakota SXT, those are pretty nice. Even if they had a really fast car, it would just gradually pick up, because I don't want to rear end someone. And this car does not have super fast acceleration. I've driven very fast cars before, turbocharged, supercharged cars. You just try to stay smooth. Don't want to have an accident. I think people get caught up in having really fast cars, and the insurance is really high, the car note is very high, because very few of us really have that 720, 730, 750, 800 credit rating. I had a 720 at one time, but then my company said I missed a payment, and then it went down to 640. Okay, it took me 5 years to build that up. So, but cars and trucks are very expensive. If you get a lease, they want you to put $3,000 or $4,000 down. They crazy, man. All right, no one's putting $3,000 or $4,000 down on a lease vehicle. See that sudden slowdown? Don't want to deal with that. I'm checking my rear mirror. I do not want to get rear-ended. And that's what you should do when you slow down. I've been an instructor 24 years. Hey, good evening. What's up? What's up, Steph? How you doing? Thank you. It's almost 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Midwest. How are you doing? Hope everything is going really good for you. And this is really going to be a bad traffic jam right now. So I'm going to get over one lane. I don't know if there's a mathematical formula. Usually the middle lane is the safest. And all these cars are like tailgating. You can see when that truck's rear end pops up. I see the warning lights to the right. I feel pretty good. Yesterday I took off work. I went to a business development seminar to learn about putting together a nonprofit. I have an LLC, so that was really nice. They filled this Jimmy John's. We had a really great speaker. He told us some of the things we need to do to attract potential donors, what you should say, how you should act, you know, the visuals you need. because I have an LLC, my goal is, I've always done driver's ed like over 24 years, but now it's time for me to help the Black and brown and indigenous people, our Native American brothers and sisters, and help with socio-emotional, because I'm an educator. I also have a marketing minor, speech major, a master's in social studies education. So I want to be transitioning around 2032, right? It's about to be 2036, because I realize a lot of people don't have their license, and I'm very passionate about helping people learn how to drive. So I think going around to the schools in the suburban areas, rural areas, and then in the cities will yield great dividends. I also, and I can't tell you the name, I also work for another company where we helped 18-year-olds obtain their license. So that was, I want to say about 1,000 students through the summer. And I would travel to different schools across the county. I would teach a class of 36. I would drive, I can't tell you how many hours. I would drive an hour away from home. I would teach class from, I think I was getting there at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. I would teach class for 2 hours and then schedule kids. I look back, how did I ever do that? Like, I would leave job, go through traffic like this, and teach class, and then I would get home to 10 or 11 or 12. You know, so you can make great money, but it really burns you out quickly. So driving in the city is different than driving in the suburbs. Driving in the suburbs is different than driving in the rural areas. Okay? I've been in very rich areas driving students, very poor areas driving students, all in the middle. I'm upper middle class myself. I don't look at money, I look at the content and the character of the person. And to be honest, a lot of parents don't have time to drive their sons and daughters. I say this because it's true. Hey, I need you guys to get us a thumbs up, please. We're trying to get to 10 thumbs up. It pushes the algorithm out there, and it says to the algorithm, wow, this content is really good. Let me push it out to more people. One man, 40 years old, he said, I look at your content, I have bad anxiety. I took a couple of lessons. He said, your videos really help. I'm like, wow. So I pinned his comment at the top. So after you guys subscribe, you'll see that pinned comment. That's incredible. So it's going to take work. There's a lot of steps. You can't just ask people for $30 or $40 or $100,000. They want to feel their money is truly, thank you. They want to feel their money is truly being invested in a worthy cause. And then they want to follow up and they want to report. Okay? So it's like me asking you guys, hey, I want you to subscribe to my channel, but I don't give you a reason why. My first reason, I'm a state certified driving instructor. My second reason, I'm treating it as if you guys are here driving with me. We're cruising in the middle lane. We're not in the left lane. See that van coming up? They'll tailgate us. We're not going to be to the right. We'll get cut off. I'm taking you through the journey as an instructor. I have good friends who are road testers. I can take you to the road test site. I can show you how to pass your road test. I can show you what's on the driving test. They're different, and I can take you through the journey, you know. And a lot of people want to get the license, but they don't have anyone to help them. Our car is the biggest hurdle, okay? 17, 19, 25. Hey, E, how are you doing? So, like E, I know her very well, and like, you know, I made her a moderator, and you know my journey. So it is fulfilling to see the channel growing. I think I'm at 28,500, but the views are like 1.2 million, 1.3. So more people are watching these live videos, and then more people are watching the shorts that I do. So I edit some of the stuff, some stuff I don't. I have other videos, like I was in my son's white Charger. We were driving in the rain, and literally I almost crashed into the wall, right? Because I was going too fast in this Charger. But I made that a video and put it out there, and it's doing pretty well. Thank you for the thumbs up. But you will be seeing me doing a lot of different lives. And, I'm going to get some more stuff for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm building a new computer to edit faster because I teach driver's ed online every day except Friday. I go online 6:30 to 8:30 teaching adults and teens. Now, like I said 2 years ago, well, 3, I was doing it in person, driving an hour from work, getting to another school an hour away, fighting traffic. Okay, I just started making these videos like recently. I have so much content. Me driving to Iowa, flying down to Texas. My daughter driving to Houston, Texas. She got a rental car. She was driving 5 lanes, Houston, Texas. Right? So I'm proud of her. And then she's been all over the country. So I know my passion, I know my journey, and I should be able to tell you 5 things about me. Social, emotional, driver's education. That way you'll remember me. Because people want to donate to your cause. They want to help you. I feel so safe right now. I just want to keep passing this truck. You're right. I feel chilled. I'm cruising at 70, 145 mile range. I'm chilling. Yes, this is true. This is true. And then my son's trying to do the nonprofit or the LLC. He's talking to different judges across the state because his girlfriend works for the police commissioners, and she talks to and she gives them ideas. How can we help the recidivism rate? That's if a kid under 16, under 18, they commit a crime. They steal a car. You can't lock the kid up with adults. They break into a house. That's a crime against property. Now, if they take someone's life, that's different. So a lot of these officers, and I'm safe to say this, a lot of these officers are not reading them their Miranda rights. Okay, you have the right to an attorney, you have the right. These officers are not following the rules. So they're locking these teens up, and they didn't read them their Miranda rights. You know what a judge will say, listen, I'm throwing your case out. Right? I'm throwing your case out because you violated the rights of this young man or young lady. Okay? So my son went to his master's program for that. Okay? He wants to do the nonprofit. He wants to get a motor coach, a TRX. He wants to get these kids out of the city, take them up north, take them to New York, take them to Florida, take them to Canada to get a break. To say, listen, if you straighten up your life, you're going to be successful. A lot of these young people need someone to talk to. Real life, a lot of parents don't talk to their kids. Right? They don't. There's some hard-working families out here, but a lot of families are in divorce too. Okay? I see it the last 3 or 5 years. At least half of my students are third, their parents are divorced. Like 5 years ago, I would meet the mom and dad. Now, mainly I meet the mothers. Right? Yes. Cherish them. Right. 100%. Okay? And then you meet the families. They got the big car, big ring, mama's got all the plastic surgery and implants and all this. And then you got the family, they're barely making it. Right? I'm a people person. I don't judge anyone. But I try to talk to the parents when your son or daughter is done. I enjoy what I do in my journey. E knows this about me. She can tell by my voice when I'm stressed, when I'm tired. Like I'm real chilled right now because I know my purpose in my journey, right? And we're all human. We have good days and bad days. But I think that's what makes this so interesting. Yeah, I wish I could have taken a nap. I've been going since 5:30 this morning. 5:30 this morning. But that's okay. I don't mind putting in long days. Okay? You got to take thank you. You got to I don't mind putting in work. And if you guys knew me like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was doing the same thing. I looked a little bit younger, had a little bit more hair, driving a different car, but I was driving an hour to teach. I would have 36 students in a class. I would teach the class, do the test. Yeah, I don't look too old. Yeah. But stress makes you older, makes you tired. You know, you get worn down. Because there are more adults and teens who want to learn how to drive than instructors. They're more, yeah, my hair is gray. It is. It is. It is. I got some pictures in the photo album. I'm going to have to take some. And then I'll post them on the community page. You'll laugh. But, and my cousin, she does driver's ed too. She went to the Army. She played basketball for the Army. She's a science teacher. So she's like semi-retired. Okay, on my dad's side. She's my cousin on my dad's side. And my parents are from Alabama. So old school, you know, you work hard. You know, you respect. If you want something, you save money. Okay? It's harder here. No one said it's easy. I'm taking the shortcut. But I'm telling you these stories so they resonate with you because I'm a real dude. I'm a real person. All right? You know, go home, pick up food for my son or daughter, help out, pay a bill. E was there, like, I'm in my wife's truck right now. A couple of days ago, I was in my daughter's truck. Her truck was at the shop. My daughter had to drop me off it in the morning. Oh, I thought that white car was going the wrong way. I was scared. I've seen cars go the wrong way on this road. In fact, I'm going to make a turn in here. And this is a route that I take students on, so I'm going to show you. I know you've seen this Walmart before, but this is a great area to take adults and teens. This is real life. The dinner was good. My wife was sick. She got some Bob Evans, but she threw up. She's got an upper respiratory infection. Okay, it's a lot of people here. So she's got an upper respiratory infection, so she's not doing real good. Usually I don't get sick. If you're a teacher, educator, you're around kids all the time. They are germ bombs. Sneezing, coughing, you know, drinking out the same water bottle. We had some hand, foot, mouth disease. And those kids are out like for 3 weeks. It's serious, man. So I sanitize. Okay, you guys didn't, I was putting out content during COVID. I got some old videos. You'll just laugh. Yeah, it does get worse before it gets better. So I'm going to come up here and I'm just looking left and right, checking traffic. And this is a route, but you know it's the holiday season. You know, everyone's talking about Black Friday, TikTok, YouTube, you know, community page, Instagram. Everyone's trying to get more followers, you know, buy this, buy that. So I gotta go get mine checked. Yes, I agree. But you can tell by my voice and how I'm driving, this is kind of chilled. It's kind of peaceful. Because when I learned how to drive, I would drive through our neighborhood. Okay? Yes, electronic cooking stuff all the time. And then I'm gonna come up and stop. They don't have a stop sign, so that's kind of confusing. So I think the holidays are for helping other people, right? When you surprise people with things. And then I'm gonna come up and stop. This is your regulatory sign. We talked about driving IQ. You stop, you look. Now I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to do. You look left, there's a car coming. Okay, I'm clear. And then I'm gonna look and go in the nearest lane. But one of my coworkers said, hey, you look refreshed. You look happy. I'm like, okay. Because I took that day off of work. I'm a one, you know, I just work. Rihanna, work. I used to have it as a ringtone. Okay? Because I don't mind putting in work. I want to work smart, not hard. I'm not scanning left and right. It's a lot doing what I do. A lot of people don't want to do it. But a lot of you do things I don't want to do. I'm just going slow, checking traffic. Okay, I don't judge people. But I like to stay busy and active. It's true. But a lot of these big box retailers are getting ready for Black Friday. Okay, it's across. If you haven't watched your social media, TikTok is trying to set up that live network. Live shopping is huge. Okay, live shopping is huge. And I've sold some products. I'm looking, checking. I don't want to get hit. No blinker. But normally I don't take students to like shopping areas like this because it's so dangerous. That's true. You don't want to judge anyone. But I'm toward the end of my career, right? I'm not a college graduate. I'm not living at home in my parents' basement. You know, I moved out as soon as I could. Okay, but then I was working so much, I was never home. So I'm kind of telling you the journey. They didn't even stop. So I got to stop. And I'm just waiting. Because I don't want to get all these cars out the right away over me. So I'm just waiting. Okay? And if you don't understand that, then that's when accident. And a lot of accidents happen in the parking lot. Okay? Yeah. And it's a lot easier now. You know, I took a few classes at the community college. I'm about 8 classes away from getting another degree, but it's gonna be 7,000 or 8,000. It's not worth it for me. Cause like I'm almost done. I'm not done with driving education. That's why I'm trying to put together this nonprofit. But as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna be making content, you know, teaching people how to drive because it's a need. So that's one route. And I've seen people drive the wrong way on this street. It's very scary. Oh, you good? Then my niece, she will be 26. She works for a government program for kindergartners. And then her brother, my nephew, he's in supply chain. I don't think he graduated yet. I think he's a senior. And then he's doing an internship for one of the big companies. So, you know, he's just trying to do what he can do. So you're just trying to take your time and set your pathway up. College isn't for everyone. Gary Vanderchuck, he's from the New York area. You know, jab, jab, right hook. You know, you got to get off of mom and dad's payroll, right? If your mom and dad are paying the bills, then you have no reason to argue with your parents. Okay? People always want to argue. I don't like to argue. I'm really like low-key. Very low-key. No blinker here. It's an accident that's happened. One student asked about, can I turn right on red? You've got to stop first and look. And then it's green, I go right in the first lane. And you just got to really plan. Because I like working. I like getting those checks coming in, paying the bills, helping my family, helping my friends and family. And that's what it's about. It's a nice turn. It's a nice little houses around here. Like I took you over to that other area. They have houses like $500,000. They're not that much different than this. And some of the construction is not that great either. Yeah, that complete stop. Guys, my battery is almost dead. I will be going live about 6:30, 6:40. We will talk to you then. If you can make it, that'd be fine. Oh, that dog is out there. They're on the leash. But I want to say thank you, and I do appreciate you, and I want you all to do a good job, and God bless you. I will talk to you at about 6:30, 6:40.